It's time for another coffee talk with John. My friends, I have been thoroughly enjoying the Rings of Power series on Amazon. Yes, I'm a Tolkien guy. But I often tell you that I find truth everywhere. I find truth everywhere. And I found several quotes in the latest episode of that show that I'm going to do 3 videos on. And this is the first of them. This is the one that when I heard the line, it made me laugh out loud. Because it's a perfect line in a lot of ways, but it also is a very funny line. No spoilers here. During the episode, one of the main characters, a young girl, is leaving her family and going off on a journey. And the family is giving her advice. And the father says, and I quote, "Never squat by a river, or you'll never know when you'll be drinking downstream." Never squat by a river. You never know when you'll be drinking downstream. What's downstream? You know, I've often said, people have asked me, John, what do you want your legacy to be? What are you trying to leave behind? And I've always responded that I want to be not remembered for me. I want to be remembered for the wake of positivity left behind me. I want to be the captain of the boat, creating that wake of positivity, but I want no one to remember the captain's name because I want them to come to the positivity, not the captain. And so when I look at this, is you never know when you'll be drinking downstream. If you take the squat out of it, which is the funny part, right, and you're just spreading love into that river, downstream they'll be experiencing that love. Downstream they'll have that expression. But if you're putting poison or squat into the river, then you're spreading that downstream. And the people downstream will be drinking of it. And so what you put into the world is up to you. You can put fear, you can put anxiety, you can put depression, you can put stress, you can put all these fear-based expressions into that water. Or you can choose to love. Even in these times of division, you can still choose to love. I told the story a while ago about I had 2 old dead trees in the backyard. And I put an ad in Facebook Marketplace saying, "Free firewood, you cut and haul." And a young man and his mother showed up. A young man, he's probably in his 20s, showed up at the house. And they were very pleasant. They were very fun, and they were very country. Because we have a lot of rural land around here. And at one point, the mother said something very divisive and frankly, in almost essence, violent towards Democrats. And she actually said she had set her neighbor's Biden sign on fire, which I think was terrible. And in that moment, she was complaining about Biden. And I said to her, I smiled at her. I said, you and I are not going to talk politics because we don't agree, and I want to like you. And we never talked politics again. We never discussed politics again. By the time they had chopped up all those trees, it took them a few days to chop up those trees. They came over, and she brought me cookies. She asked me to speak to her son about his life goals and where he was headed. She and I did not, in any way, shape, or form, believe the same things. But it's okay. Do I condone burning the sign? Of course not. I would never burn an opponent's sign, a different political party's sign. I think the divisions in this world are more about choosing to be powerful in hate than choosing to be powerful in love. And I think that when it comes to politics, I'm a one-issue voter, and that issue is my son going to have a loving world behind me? And whoever is creating what I consider to be the most loving world, where everyone has the equal opportunities, then that's who I'm going to vote for. I don't care what party you're from. It just seems to me right now one party is more loving than the other, but I'm not going to go there. So I'm not going to say which one either. When I look at this expression of drinking downstream, you're looking at this. What are you leaving behind you? Can you live in a world of division and still be loving? Can you still create a loving? She brought me cookies and asked me to coach her son. Had I had a political conversation with her or a divisive conversation with her, and put my own hate out there, we would not have had that experience. And I wouldn't have trusted her at my house, trusted them at my house, because now we're in a confrontational situation. And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. And so I didn't have that experience. What are you putting downstream? Are you putting, hate and negativity downstream? Or are you putting love and positivity downstream? Because if you're putting love and positivity downstream, all you're doing is helping the people behind you and creating a different experience behind you. And people can rest when they come to love, because fear is what makes us hold our breath in, and love is what lets us go. That's why when you fall in love, it takes your breath away, because you exhale into love. Enjoy that. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.